Welcome back, guys, to my Season 24 Diablo 3 Road to Season 24, Season of Ethereals. A couple things have changed, and let me show you. As you guys can see, our XP bar is blue, and we are now level 20. You guys are probably wondering, hey, what does that mean? My lovely wife, who is also a Diablo player, she got us to max level. We were level 65 on the last episode. Now, what this blue bar is, and as you can see, we're max level, and then we have a level next to us, which is 20. These are Paragon levels, and what these are is your core is your main stats. Dex, you do more damage. Vitality, movement speed, and your main stat, which is max spirit, fury, essence, whatever your main stat is for your class. You can distribute these points however you want based on however many you get per Paragon. And then you have offensive, you have attack speed, you have cooldown reduction, critical hit, and critical damage. Defensive, you have life, which is more base life, armor, resist all, and life regeneration per second. As you guys can see, I've already put my Paragon points to use. Area damage, which will greatly affect my wave of light. Resource cost reduction, which, as you can see, the points aren't really that substantially yet. Like 0.20%, not that big. 1%, not that big. Life per hit, gold radius, like most points I'm going to be pumping into life per hit and focusing on resource cost reduction. The other thing is I finished all 5 bounties. So now you have to get one of each item from each act. So that is, you have to get 5 Death's Breaths, West March Holy Water, Corrupted Angel Flesh, which is Act 4, Area War Tapestry, Chaldeum Holy Water, and the Act 1 rune. Now it says that I don't have Act 5 stuff, but I actually do, because when you complete all 5 bounties, as seen here, all 5 are completed, you get what this is, large Herodric cache. And you get a bunch of stuff. Here's our West March Holy Waters, and we actually just got 2 blacksmith plans, and we just got a design, a royal ruby. So these are where the bigger, just got another mantle of the Herodrum. So these are plans for the blacksmith. Legendary chest armor, legendary staff, legendary gloves. Royal ruby was the other one, and I actually just killed a treasure goblin, and we actually pulled, there are multiple types of treasure goblins now, not just the normal ones you guys saw in campaign. The one that I killed dropped a bunch of this type of stuff: reusable parts, arcane dust, field crystals, and death's breaths. He dropped this, the legendary bow, and the royal topaz. And that's a royal scoundrel token. I'm not worried about that. So now what we can do is a warmonger. I'm not going to use that. We now have the ability to, I believe, put 2 things into the cube. Yes. We can put 2 things into the cube. So, as you can see, my lovely wife added some items for us. Your resource costs are reduced by 30% after not taking damage for 5 seconds, so that's actually pretty nice. It's actually a legendary helm. I'm actually going to put that on. And then you can actually do a armory set. There we go. And then we will remove, and she has upgraded a bunch of gems for us. That's good to be married to someone who cares. Okay, so now, as you guys can see, we do not have anything socketed into the cube. So the box faults do a bunch of damage. So does balance. So let's we've got enough to do two things. So let's get the box falls in there. So now the box falls are going to go off automatically.
Stopped looking for Kanai's cube. Finally, I learned that they had entrusted it to a secret society of barbarians.
Well,
Masterly is Kanai. Bale's invasion of Seshron. His spirit guards it still, and he is unlikely to give it to me.
We'll let cool rattle on for a bit.
Even the mighty Kanai.
Alright, the next thing we're going to extract. Balance is nice, but Furnace increases the damage against elites, which I believe is the guys in blue and the guys in yellow. So we're actually going to extract that as a weapon. So now, what an ice cube does is, if your weapon is based on a percentage multiplier, like the furnace was 43%, it gets automatically maxed. Like the Pox Falls or 504 automatically got maxed to 550. So now the other thing that you can do, let me see if I have any. Okay, I do. This set, and this is a very good set, it's called Sages. This set, double the amount of Death's Breaths that drop. Those were the little skull things, which are these. So, if you put that set on, if you have enough items, let me see if I do. So I would need belt, feet, hands. Hands, belt, feet. Okay, no, I would not. So I would need to run another, I would need to run Act 4, but that set will give me double Death's Breath drops if I chose to run that. But there is something that we haven't done yet. We still need to unlock our Challenge Rift Cache before season starts, so.
Fate smiles on you today.
We have 31 blood shards and a good item for Monk is a pair of legendary boots called Crutus Boots, and fortunately we didn't get any. Alright, so do we have any keys? Yes, we have one. And it looks like our wife also did a She also already unlocked the challenger for us, but we'll just run it. So we're on, now this is timed, so I'll do level 3, do it like we never, and the maps are completely random. So as you guys can see, I have 15 minutes to get my meter to 100%. So your challenge rifts are essentially a speed run. So you want to complete them as fast as possible. You don't want to go a rift that's too high where you're not out damaging the enemies. Okay, so we've got a decent amount of so now the difference between greater rifts and regular rifts, you're seeing no items are dropping. None of them. I've killed a few elite packs and regular enemies. No items are dropping. Nothing. So this is just get there as fast as you can, because all of your goodies are going to drop at the end. We're just going to quickly nuke through. Wonderful.
It is not ready.
And when it comes to Monk, Tempest Rush is... Dashing Strike is an ability you really want for these greater rifts, because that way you can just keep booking forward and clearing through these greater rifts like I am. Just keep nuking enemies, you keep booking forward. And the furnace is absolutely whipping ass of all of the elites and champions I'm coming across. Doing 50% damage to them is a very good thing to have, because they're harder to kill than normal trash mobs like these guys are. Let's grab that pylon. Sometimes I always check my map, see where I am. It was good to stay on track. as you guys can see, we are way ahead of the, we're ahead by probably a good, like, minute and a half. And that is exactly what you want in a Greater Rift. That's exactly what you want. Awesome, just gained a level. Damn. And I just made a somewhat possible costly mistake. Not too costly, but sometimes you get maps that you can get screwed on. Like these ones. And there we go. Okay, this is... This map's a bit better, because it's a bit more open than the last one was. Yoink. Now, one of my favorite pylons is the channeling pylon, where you just have a bunch of lightning arcing out from you, and essentially when you get that thing, you can just literally walk forward and start annihilating every damn thing. Which is really good. Okay. We've got more than enough time. Let's make sure that our spirit is nice and full. Alrighty guys, and here we go. And that Rift Guardian just got smoked like a cigar. Alrighty, and we just got a legendary gem, the Invigorating Gemstone. And who's he? Another artisan. Never seen her before. This is interesting.
I'm here to help.
Okay, so who Urshi is if you complete a rift in time, or if you don't, you'll get a legendary gem regardless. And now what these do is they all do certain things, like the Invigorating Gemstone. Each hit increases healing by 1% for 5 seconds, stacking up to 10 times. And once you get it to 25, you are immune from crowd controlling effects. Bane of the Powerful. Gain 20% increased damage for 31 seconds after killing an elite pack. Now, I have 3 chances plus 1 since I didn't suffer any deaths. If you do a Empowered Rift, once you get powerful enough, it costs a lot of gold per level you do, but you gain a additional chance if you manage to not die. So you can start pumping up your gems, and you gain, there's so many freaking gems. There's Bane of the Trap, Bane of the Powerful, Bane of the Stricken, Boyarsky's Ship, Will the Beast Gizzard, which is Molted Will the Beast Gizzard, which those are two of the best gems in my opinion, which I always use. Pain Enhancer, Pain Enhancer, which is Enforcer, which is a pet build for monks, Pain Enhancer, which is just a ton of crit. There are so many gems, I couldn't even possibly list them all. So we'll start pumping up. Ooh, we're only at 60%. That's because we're running so low. Okay, we did get a... Alright, so we got 1 chance out of 3, so... Unfortunately, that's the thing that sucks. Running so low, but the point was to show you guys, let's say that we hadn't unlocked the Challenge Rift yet. The Challenge Rift is now unlocked. So now what happens if you complete a rift in time? You get gold, XP, and your blood shards are increased.
Are you ready?
So we now have 530. Let's gamble them, shall we? And we just got the pair of boots we needed. These boots, Mystic Ally, summons 2 Mystic Allies that fight by your side. They deal... Now these boots got buffed for this season. Before it was each Mystic Ally summons an additional. Mystic Ally summons 2. And they deal 198% increased damage and are able to attack with their active forms longer. Now that is a insane buff.
That is too expensive.
For the season. So now, I'm going to mod my skills. 7-sided strike is going away. Water ally is really nice. Fire ally is also nice. So check this out, guys. We now have 2 Mystic Allies. And it was 198. Let's see what would happen if I let's find them in the cube, shall we? Okay, so they're probably the cruise boots. And these are every weapon in the game. Okay, so they max out at 200, and mine are 190. I almost rolled a max on them. But yeah, so once we get, if we manage to get the Innas set for the season, our 2 Mystic Allies will become 10. We will essentially have a walking monk army. And that is exactly what we are going for the season. We will be freaking unstoppable, guys. And the other thing is, once you hit 70, you unlock your 4th and final passive. Now, your 4th and final passive, I always drop with near the death experience when receiving fatal damage. You get a cheat death, which is very nice. So we're running increased spirit, healing, and reduce all cooldowns. So now we are ready to rock.
Things for you to take a look at.
Alrighty guys, and with that, we are 100% set for the season. We just need to wait for the season to start. And then we just need to do the challenge rift, and then we can start the season. So I'll exit out of the game, and I will show you exactly what the challenge rift is. Okay. challenge screen, game setting, challenge rift. This is a fixed build. Now we have to beat the time of 5 minutes and 22 seconds. Do not do this before season starts. Wait, because if you do this before season starts, you are not going to get the you'll get the challenge rift cash. You will not be able to use it on your new characters. So you want to look at the build and see what the build does. You gain 6,000 life per second. You're gaining cooldown of all skills and all resources. Damage dealt is increased by a percentage of your cooldown reduction. So, essentially, gain 20% increased damage. So, Bane of the Powerful, we already have that. And Bane of the Stricken, chance to create an aura. So let's take a look at the skills. I've already seen this video. So you've got Leap, Seismic Slam, Battle Rage, War Cry. So essentially, you want to pop your Wrath, Call the Ancients, and then you're just going to be Seismic Slam and Leaping to just murder enemies and keep your Wrath, your Fury completely full. And that's pretty much, you do those things and you'll be able to clear the challenge rift. You can watch the guide put out by Rax on YouTube. Just put in Rax, R-A-X-X, challenge rift guide, and just watch his guide. He's got the top clear on PC. Doesn't matter if you guys are running PC or console. Challenge rift guide is exactly the same. You guys will be able to clear it and get your challenge rift guide. Do not complete it before season starts today. So with that, guys, just wait for season to start. We'll complete the challenge rift guide. I will start my video with completing the challenge rift guide, and then there are certain steps you want to follow because you get certain things in the challenge rift guide that you need based on what class you're using. So we're going to do that, and then I will see you guys at the start of the season. So until then, guys, I will see you then.